Team Getting Fit training call for March 22nd. I'm going to first share kind of my takeaways from the cruise, and I'm actually going to share things that are working for me and what's not. So I thought myself sharing would also be helpful. Yeah, Alex is on video here, so we'll see how this goes. But got back from the cruise last Thursday, and I think my biggest takeaway was being able to spend time with the team. So it was a lot of team building, a lot of dinners with the team. I went to dinner with the whole Empire team, and then I got to go to a dinner with just Barbie and her diamonds. So we did a lot of kind of talking about how the year is going to go and really strategizing. Obviously, you guys were talked about strategizing how we were going to help you guys get to diamond, basically. And Barbie's going to do some calls with us to try to get you guys to diamond. So that is really the goal, is to help you guys advance, because you guys advancing helps us, obviously. And teach you how to be good leaders, because that's really what it's about. And I think the other thing was, except for one night where me and Tim got sushi for our anniversary, we spent every night with the team. So it was always with Stuart and his family and Sally and Maybell. So it was a lot of team bonding and really talking about what's went on the new training content I'm going to be using for April. And really kind of trying to strategize on how to help you guys build. And obviously talking about Summit, how we're going to get together for a barbecue, because I think Stuart, they rented like a 12-person house or something. So, we're just going to all get together and just try to do a lot of team building. Obviously, it's great to work out with trainers and see all the really successful coaches, but it's also great to see that these coaches are just regular people and everybody's just willing to share. And I think that's so much more evident on a Success Club trip, because there's less people. It's a lot smaller group of people, and people are obviously, everyone's friendly, everyone's willing to share. You sit in the hot tub and people are strategizing and talking what's working with their team, and just really how it really gets a fire into your butt, and how really, you guys know, you've been to Summit, you've been to Super Saturday, how going to these events just really help motivate you to move your business forward, and really talking to people and saying, well, 5-star would be a possibility by the end of the year, because Michelle can get to diamond, Jen can get to diamond, Tim can get to diamond, and then my second business center can get to diamond. So it's 5-star right there, and just not really worrying about the quantity of working people that you get for coaches. It's really the quality of people that you're not going to have to chase to do stuff. Like, you guys aren't like that. You guys do the work. But there's plenty of coaches that you have to chase and try to make them do stuff, and just trying to find quality over quantity. And just really, going 5-star in 6.5 years isn't that awesome. But I would rather build it slow and steady than make too many sacrifices, because the top 10 coaches, they are working 20 hours a day. They make it seem like they're not. They are working 20 hours a day. They are contacting 30 to 50 people a day, talking to them. That's insane. I did 10 invites today. That's a lot for me, but it's really pushing to do more, because the more people you contact, the more chances you are going to have a yes. I'm only at Success Club 2. I had a coach who quit, and now she, a few years ago, but they're making her submit a form to re-sign up. I don't know why, but she did that. So hopefully by the end of the month, that'll go through. Then I just need one more, but people will contact me and say, how much does it cost? Well, I'm not going to tell them how much it costs. I say, well, price depends on what you need. And then I take them through the script. I don't just be like, oh, it's $140. You save this much money. That's not going to work. I still take them through the script. I said, well, it really depends on what you need and what your goals are. And that's kind of how I've been going about it. So I think I have about 10 people I'm forming right now interested in 22-minute hardcore, hoping to close them by the end of the month. That's the goal. I think the sale goes a little past the end of the month, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's really what I'm doing is I'm running challenge group ads. Obviously, the live backstage passes tomorrow, and I'm promoting coaching that way. I think I have 5 people that are going to be in it. And just really, even if they're like, oh, what does it cost? Still, you need to get their goals and their emotional why, or they're just going to go away. So that's kind of my takeaways from the cruise and kind of what's working for me. But of course, I'm still having struggles, still having crickets. I mean, you always do, and you just move on. Because I had 5 people message me and be like, how much does it cost? And I said, well, it depends. Before, I was like rushing, like, oh my gosh, end of the month's coming up. I need one more Success Club points. So I would just be like, spew price on them and say, this is what you get, this is the price, but really focusing on not doing that. So who wants to go next? What's working and what you're struggling with?
Oh, I can go next. What's working for me, actually, and I'm sure this is just the more you do it, the better you get at it, but I think connecting with people is working really well for me. Being able to have those conversations with people that you don't know. And something else that I've also find that's working for me too is when I'm doing invites or when I'm doing introducing people to the coaching opportunity. If you compliment them and tell them something, like for example, I have a gal that she's been doing a lot of fitness stuff lately, and she just got married. And so anyway, I noticed that she posts about it, and she kind of shares it on Facebook, and she has a lot of people that help her or follow her. And so anyway, I complimented her on it, and then I was able to lead into the coaching opportunity. So she's really interested. And so I think when you, I guess compliment, it really isn't the word I really want to say, but you notice that, they're doing something really well, and you let them know that they're doing that really well, then it kind of warms them up so that they're more apt to, be open to you. And so that's something that's been working really well for me.
And I think they also see that you're really paying attention.
Yeah.
An actual person. And
I think it helps to build trust too.
Sure. Oh, I agree. Another thing that I was talking to Jen about getting new contacts, because I think that is a struggle for a lot of people. So this is actually what Brooke Lipoff does. And of course, she's crazy successful, 5-star and going up even in stars, but just some tips from her, because I've been doing a lot of the stuff she's been doing, and just really, I've been going and finding interest groups like parent grief groups, like parents that have lost children and stuff. And I go in there and I'm like having conversations with people, not talking about Beachbody, just having real conversations about my real life, getting to know people. And then I send them a friend request if we've been talking. It's a slower process, but I've been doing it since I got back from the cruise on Friday. Just do like comment on 3 people's stuff a day is kind of what I'm doing. I'm in 3 different support groups, so I comment on 3 things a day, and just trying to build relationships that way, because that's actually how I got my last coach. She was in my niche market, and just from seeing the stuff I post, and that's really how I got her, and saying, well, I have lots of people that approach me, but I trust you and I want to sign up with you. And that's what's going to happen, is people are really following you, and you're commenting on their stuff, you're paying attention to them. And I really think that when you pay attention to them. And really, Carl Deichler said this on the trip, that if you are focusing on really helping people, you're not focusing on, as I said, I need one more Success Club point. You know, I could be freaking out. I could be like, I need one more Success Club point, because I mean, I know her form's going to go through by the end of the month. So I mean, I consider myself a Success Club 4. But if you just think, I need that one Success Club point, I need that one Success Club point, you're not going to get that one Success Club point. If you say, I need to connect with 5 people by the end of the week, like legitimately connect with them and get to know what their goals are and what their wants and what they need, then those Success Club points are just going to come natural. And I think it's just really a switch. What Carl said is that you shouldn't be focusing on the money. You should be focusing on the lives you're changing. Like, when they send the end of the year stats, they've never done that before. This was the first time they've done that. And that I can see that I helped 59 people last year get started with a challenge pack or Shakeology. I mean, that's a number that's important. And I would rather help 100 people versus the 59 people, and say I helped 100 people this year, so my numbers are going up. I'd rather have that than be like, oh, I had 50 Success Club points. I would rather have the number of people I help be important, because now I'm not focusing on the challenge pack. If they don't have the money, and there's people I personally know that really don't have the money for Shakeology. I know that they don't. So I think I've sold a 22-minute hardcore base kit, and I've sold a 21-day fix base kit. But I'm not going to be like, you can't be in my challenge group because you didn't get Shakeology. I know a lot of people are like that, but I'm not going to be like that, because I know there really are people that legitimately can't. And at least if they start somewhere, they're connected to you. And I think that's what's most important, is who you help and not the success. I know Success Club matters. I'm always going to say Success Club matters, because it does. But if you're helping the person, the Success Club points will come. And Carl doesn't want this to be about, we need to sell 10 challenge packs a week. I need to help 10 people a week. And I think that's really the focus that, I mean, I wouldn't want to be a top. I mean, you can make money. You can make 6 figures being a 1-star or 2-star diamond coach. You can. I don't need to be a millionaire. I don't need to be in the top 10. I don't want to sacrifice that time, because, like, as I was saying before, they are putting in 20 hours a week. Their spouses are retired so that they can work 20 hours a week. And I don't think I would be willing to make that sacrifice. And that's exactly what Barbie said. She would not be willing to make that sacrifice. There's no way. That being a lead is fine, but she asked one of the top 10 coaches if it was worth it. And they said no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who it was of the top 10 who said that, but we asked them if it was worth it, and they said no. She said when she was top 10, it was a lot easier to be top 10. But I mean, one of them in the top 10 panel said, oh, I don't recruit a lot. I only recruit like 15 people a month. Like, for me, like 4 people a month is a lot. For me, that like 1 a week, that's a lot. Like, I would rather like sign like 2 or 3. Right. And really give them my time. Like, I say my goal is 5, but usually about 3 or 4 is a good month. But that's just me. Like, I'm just slow and steady. I don't care if it takes me 6.5, 7 years to hit 5-star. I don't care. And I guess that was kind of me on my soapbox there. Is that, yeah, I don't think top 10's worth it. It would be nice, but that's another thing that I honestly don't really care about. I'd like to be 2 stars so I can open a second business.
Well, I think my biggest
figures, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, and my biggest takeaway off of the Empire call was, you know, like you said, the one gal was a 2-star and she had retired her husband, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never sat and thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really not about rank, has nothing to do with your income. It really doesn't. And so, you know, then when they were talking about, you know, the top 10 coaches who, you know, are working their asses off, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to spend 20 hours a day because it's not not for me anyway. So anyway, that was like, oh, I never really thought about that. So
Yeah. Like on a good day, I'll put in like 4 hours. Like like today, I put in a good 4 hours, but I'm trying to set up that streak. You know, it's just stuff that's time consuming, but I know eventually it'll be set up and it'll be fine. But I mean, it's just something you got to put the time in. But typically I'm a like a 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day person. That's just how much I put in as a full-time coach. And I make like what, $1,300 a week. So, and that's pretty good. So yeah, I need to get it up to 2,000. That's the goal by the end of the year. That was my goal last year, but I didn't hit it. But this year I'm going to. I mean, it's just really about the amount of people it's really a numbers game, but not just writing down their names to write down their names, just really having heartfelt actual conversations where they see that you're a real person and they see that you really do care and they're not just a successful point. God, my computer is going crazy. You want to share it all, Maria? What's working, what you're struggling with? That's kind of what we're sharing.
Posting our group message, the meeting is going on right now. So that's why everybody's like, ding, ding, ding.
No, that's actually from something else, from Practical Media. I have accountability group and they're messaging like crazy.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is.
Oh, yeah, because I just posted.
Well, I know Sabrina can't make it. I know Asha's busy. So Jen was on a little while ago. I don't know what happened. I know this time is hard for Sarah and Trina. That's why it's going to get moved to 8:30 Central Time in April. It's getting moved. So this time is hard for a lot of people. When my baby is bad, this time is hard for me. Now she's just moving. She's not making noise.
Oh.
She says hi. She's a coach. She's a coach in training.
Yes.
She watches me like schedule my posts. She watches personal development with me. She's all the positivity.
That's awesome.
It's stuff I have to do with her. I mean, as I was telling Michelle, I get like 3 hours in the morning and like 2 hours in the afternoon, and that's it. She's awake.
Wow.
And my husband gets home, I have my time too. So. So how have things been going? I felt like we haven't talked at all. Like this, haven't talked.
I know, but I'm not ready to have my private life recorded on YouTube.
No, it's fine. I'm just seeing how things are going with your business. How about that?
It's frozen. This is frozen. I'm struggling with some family issues and with my son, and it makes it very, very difficult. Oh God, he's around. Oops.
My husband's home really early.
What do you say?
My husband just walked in. He's home early.
Oh. So, but I'm planning, we're taking a mini vacation tomorrow.
That's good.
Yeah, so I think that will help. And also in the plane, I'm planning, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to see the training, the videos online in the airplane. Maybe not, because it requires Wi-Fi.
I'm not sure. I think I might, because it's connected to YouTube.
Oh yeah, if it's in YouTube, I won't be able to. But I'm planning to try to cram training in the airplane, in the airport, and try to get a second wing in the business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about starting with the clean eatings And Michelle, I have to say that you really have been inspired me all this time. I'm like, if Michelle can do it, I can do it. So I'm doing this. And so you really inspire me. And you, Erin, you're going crazy, like signing coaches here and there, like, it's not too late.
I need to just get them all to Emerald. That's next goal.
Yeah, yes. And there is one thing I saw the other day that I'm thinking about putting it on my fitness page. But I thought it was a great tip, and here I am giving it before I implement it. But one coach posted with just her picture holding the 21-day fix kit and saying 5,000 like giveaway. So she got 5,000 likes with $60.
Yes.
Ta ta ta.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she just posted one and posted. I'm not sure if they have to register as a customer, as like the entry to the ticket, or if she just did it because she had comment below. But it definitely was a like. People had to like her page. And I'm like, I can go with 5,000 likes plus because I feel like it does make a difference in creating like trust from general public, people that still don't know you at all, to see that you have a lot of likes on a page.
Right.
But so that's one of the ideas that I saw the other day, and I'm like, I need to get on this.
I did a Shakeology giveaway. I don't remember if it was December or January. I don't remember when it was, but I think it was December, and it got me like 500 likes.
500.
Because when we pick a name, there were a lot in the box.
No, I've been doing a giveaway for 5,000 likes. 5,000 names. So that was going on until she hit the 5,000 likes.
This was like 500, and it was insane.
I cannot imagine. I'm like, oh gosh, maybe just write the number from 1 to 1,000.
It helped me with it, or else it must have been December, because it must have been December when he was home for Christmas break.
Wow.
My baby is corkscrewing.
But anyway, so that's my little idea there.
Michelle, you're in there twice.
Yeah.
It shut it off. I don't know.
You're frozen in the other one.
Oh, that's nice.
But definitely, I want to thank you, both of you, and both of you have been, despite my drama and the stuff I have going on at home, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Both of you, Erin and Michelle, both of you have been an inspiration to me the last months, to see how both of you are pushing your business forward and moving forward.
Right.
Aww.
I'm glad.
You both inspire me. Very uplifting to see both of you, what both of you are doing with your business.
You'll get back there. I know.
You'll get there.
I love my cheerleaders too.
Always. Anybody have anything else? Any questions about the training for next month? Or the accountability group? Really, it's basically just these kind of calls. It's the same thing. We're just going to go over the things that are working and that we're struggling with, and then my baby pushes me. And but we're going to have a separate accountability Facebook group where it's going to be you have to post the 3 people you connected with, the 3 people you invited, your personal development, and then your vital behaviors. And it's just really keeping each other accountable. And that's really what it's, because we were doing it in the Diamond Mine and it was working really well. But like, you actually have to like write the names of the people that you connected. And in there it was connect with 3 new people, invite 3 people. And then it was connect with a coach and mentor, but we're not going to mentor a coach. We're not going to do that just because it's different for diamonds than for you guys. So I still have to work on the graphic, but yeah, it's going to be like the power of 3s and vital behaviors, so that you're connecting with 3 people, inviting 3 people, what you're doing for personal development and the vital behaviors. So that's basically what you'll post every day. I think we're going to do like Monday through Saturday. Have a day off. And we just figured like the accountability would be really helpful. And then the accountability like this, and but with other coaches. So Sarah, who's in the Empire, and Trina, who's in the Empire, just different people in the group so we can learn from each other. Because I think these kind of calls are really helpful because it's really, we can give our tips, we can talk about what we're struggling with and really, really help each other. And I think it's really working. I think it's working for Michelle.
Yeah.
And I mean, it helps me too, because I want to be doing the work too. And I want to share with you guys what's helping me and what I'm struggling with, because I think that's helpful too. Because like Barbie will share, like this is just one random thing she shared when we were at our diamond dinner, is that she has signed up like 660 some coaches since she's been a coach. She had 440 some coaches quit. So that's a 40% success rate. And look at where she is. So it really shows that people are going to quit. When I was stupid and did nothing for like 3 years, I lost 8 coaches.
I lost 6.
So it was basically the only coaches I still had was Tim, my mom, and Stuart. And everybody else quit. Mom's not going to quit, and Tim's not going to quit. But oh yeah, Tim says he's going to quit. Okay.
No more trips for Tim.
no more trips for you if you quit. And then I'm just lucky that Stuart didn't quit.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet I've gotten a few of them back, but people will quit. Just find new people. Mm-hmm. The same thing. If you're talking to the same people on your list, find new people. So I'm like, why am I still talking to the same people? Forget them, cross them off, move on.
Yeah.
Because I have one girl that I thought was going to sign up to be a coach and be great crickets. I'm going to X you off my list and I'm moving on. Not going to chase you.
It's funny because at some point we have so much personal development here. But it's just action.
Action. Absolutely. And I've gotten to be where I will like take notes. Like I loaded past Beachbody, like the Coach Wake Up Call podcasts. I like downloaded them in the airport and like listened to them in the plane. And I like had my iPad out and I was typing out notes and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to implement one of these things a day. And like really actually take notes and really take at least one thing a day and implement it. So that's what I'm trying to do. And in this new training thing with Barbie and like 5 other leaders, it's really taking what they're saying, like this new second part of GSR video thing. Really, so what I'm going to do on Friday with my new coach is I'm going to talk to her about her goals and get to know her personally more. Because I didn't inform her at all. She just signed up. I mean, it doesn't happen that way. It's abnormal. She's just, I want to sign up. What do I need to do? I said, you need to get a challenge back. She's like, which one should I get? I said, you should get this one. She said, okay. And she signed up. It does not happen that way normally. But so what I did with her is I sent her the welcome email that has the homework. I know she's going to complete it by Friday. And then I'll do the 20, 30 minutes getting to know her, talking about her goals. And then I will send her that 30-minute video Barbie did that talks about Success Club, talks about Emerald Rank, talks about doing a clean eating group. All these things that we just say over and over and over in a video. And it instead of your call taking like an hour and a half, you can do it in a half hour. So we'll see how that works. That's something new that Barbie came up with today. So we'll see how it works. If it doesn't work, I'll just try something new.
Question: how do I set up the podcast? I have never listened to a podcast yet. How do I listen the podcasts of the calls like you just said?
For the coach, the wake up calls? What do you have, iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
There should be podcasts as a purple button. It should be on your phone. And you can go in there and search for Beachbody and it'll come up there. Let me see what it's under.
I see it. I got the purple button.
And then it's under, what is under? Team Beachbody Coach Podcast.
Beachbody Coach.
Podcast. And then you should just be able to subscribe to it. And then whenever the new ones come in, they'll automatically load and you can go in and look at old ones. Like I listen to Bonnie Engel. I listen to Amy Silverman again. I listened to Melanie Mitro again. I should post those notes that I took because there was some really good takeaway stuff that I took. And then I took notes during the top 10 panel on the cruise. I should post that too. Because I didn't actually go watch the stuff. I watched it in my room on the TV. So I could take pictures, take notes like a crazy person. So I should post my notes that I took. But it's really, instead of just sitting there and listening and doing something else, okay, I'm going to listen to this podcast, but I'm going to make contacts and add friends while I'm doing this. No, sit down with it with a notebook, take notes, implement. Because if you're just doing a whole bunch of personal development, not doing any of it, or listen to it, and then when you're by paper, write down what you remember. Because I'll still do a lot of stuff in the car, but when I'll stop. When I stop somewhere, I'll take note. Like if I'm going to stop and get gas, while I'm getting gas, I'll take the notes of what I listen to. Just the things that I want to do that they said. So I say, I'm listening to hours and hours of personal development, but I'm not writing anything down. I'm not doing anything about it. I think that's my biggest takeaway on personal development is to actually do the things it says to do. Anything else?
And then listen to them. Is it still through the purple?
Yeah. Unplayed my podcast, it should all show up at the bottom. I just automatically go to unplayed because then it shows the newest stuff because I have the Chalene show on there. I have Network Marketing Pro on mine. I listen to School of Greatness. I listen to that one. That's just, and yeah, Build Your Tribe I listen to, and then the Beachbody podcast. So I listen to both the Chalene's and this School of Greatness and Eric Worre. That's really what I listen to on podcast. And it's enough that I can listen to 2 hours a day.
Do you know what is the other icon over here that it says Beachbody Coaching? Have you seen it?
You want the one on the very left that says podcast. Keep Team Beachbody Coach Podcast, the one with the earphones over the.
What is the one about? Do you have an idea?
That's an old one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then there's podcasts of other teams, weekly calls are in there.
Uh-huh.
I've listened to a few of those. Who do I have? Podcast do I have?
Ray has a channel, has a podcast.
Misfit Republic, I think that is Janelle Summers. I listened to that one.
Okay.
But I mean, it's really good coaches. Yeah, it's Janelle Summers team. So she'll record, she records her team calls and puts it on podcast. So Misfit Republic is another one I listen to. It's nice to hear stuff. I mean, I obviously listen to Empire, but it's nice to hear what other coaches are doing and just try things. And if it doesn't work, I think it was Melanie Mitro that says that every month she does a clean eating group the first week of the month, and then she does her challenge group the last week. So actually Lindsay Wise might have been talking about this too, that the first 2 weeks of the month, they're exclusively inviting to challenge group. And the last 2 weeks, they're inviting to the coach opportunity. It's just doing the same thing every month. So clean eating, well, I'm doing a clean eating spirituality group for 2 weeks. And then have a week in between where we'll do the 3-day refresh on Friday. And then whatever is on special will be the last week. And then sneak peek the second week. And we're going to continue to do live backstage passes once a month. I think we're going to break off with Sarah and Trina for next month, but doing it with Stuart tomorrow and Sally. And then we have something in the works with Stuart for May for training. We just try a bunch of things and see what works best. The more training, the better. Anything else? Since it's been almost 45 minutes. We've gone long today. Sorry.
That's great. It's very nice to see you both.
Yeah, you too. I've missed you, Maria.
Thank you. I miss
you.
I miss being on the.
Well, yeah, we message, but this is different. This is better.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys later.